All right, hello everyone. We're back with Cash to Capital. Today we're talking about quantum computing, the best companies to invest in, and what to look forward to in the future. And before we get into that, my dad has some announcements about the current economy.
Don't call me if you're a trader, okay? What do I mean by that? Dow's up 600 points today. Dow was off 800 points yesterday because of Trump, all right? And some of you and you traders, okay, because most investors wouldn't care, you traders, you looked at the 800 down yesterday and you panic sold. You panic sold your positions. Don't ever panic sell because what happened today? The market rebounded 600 points, okay? You lost your position. Now you got to buy in at a higher price. That's not what investors do. Don't let the news throw you off. If I got another person calling me, it's like, Jack, I'm going to sell because the market's getting ready to turn. It's getting ready to turn, so I sold my position. You stupid. You stupid. Be an investor. Be a long-term investor. That way you don't listen to the news, all right? It's crazy. You got gold running. You got Micron, ScanDisk, KLA, all these companies hitting all-time highs. The memory chips, those are the memory chips. We should talk about that too. The memory chips because they run like I don't even know when they're gonna stop. But what I will tell you, those memory disks, those memory chips, Micron, KLA, AMAC, ScanDisk, when they hit the top, and they'll stay there for a second, they're gonna drop like a bad habit, and you don't want to get. So if you made a little bit of money in those, I'm not in them, and I'm so mad I missed those. Because I wanted to get into SMH. A lot of them are in SMH, that ETF that encompasses semiconductors. But guys, don't be a trader. All right, be an investor. All right, because Trump has news coming out. It made the market go down almost 1,000 points. I know there was panic selling going on. You saw what happened with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin panic sold. All right. So actually, Bitcoin kind of stayed under 90, so you can actually get in. And I think Bitcoin's actually going to go down a little more. So I think Bitcoin's going to give you a chance to kind of get in at a good price. But don't be a trader, be an investor. Don't call me. All right. Talking about what should I do? The market's down 800. We're about to go into a correction. No, next day, what happens? Trump goes to Davos, Switzerland, and says, oh, no, I'm not taking Greenland. Market's up another 600. Come on, man. Use your head. Stay away from the news. Stop watching the news. All right. Keep your position. All right.
Yeah, that's true. I think anybody who's an investor wasn't really worried at all. Things like this happen, especially with Trump in office. I think the markets had similar sentiment around Liberation Day. Everybody thought it was over, and that was the best time to buy stocks.
Yeah, man. Buying a dip even this year is probably going to work. Maybe 2027 you got to be worried, but there's a lot of money out there, and this IPO thing for 2026 is going to be madness. So there's going to be money on the sidelines. Guys, buy that dip for this year still, man. And if you're up in your positions 50, 70%, take some off the table. Don't be stupid. Take some off the table. There's still some good plays out there. Uber still it's at a PE of 10, still under $85, Lyft under $19. Still some good plays out there. If you've made some money, like I made some money in gold in my other account and I sold some of it, because it'll probably come back. I'll wait, I'll jump back in. I was up 100% on my gold play on my other account. And in my account, the Schwab account with us, I think I'm up like 70% on that nugget, NUGT. So you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. All right. So that's my PSA, public service announcement for you investors out there. Okay. Be an investor. Don't be a trader. Don't be calling me with that nonsense. Market's down 800. What do I do? I'm going to sell. You're stupid because you're watching Trump. You can't manipulate the market like Trump can. All right.
Yeah,
I'm out.
yeah, that's true. And with that being said, we're gonna get into quantum computing.
Go, son. It's on you.
All right. So essentially, what quantum computers are. So regular computers use bits to process information. So that means they're binary. So they could either be a 0 or a 1. So quantum computers use qubits or quantum bits, meaning they could be a 0 or a 1 at the same time. So this allows computers to process a lot more information faster, way more accurately than regular computers, and pretty much do way more. So
What's
you,
the difference? Go ahead. Let me let you finish. I got a
wait,
question.
say your question.
My question is, what's the difference between AI and quantum computing? Are they work hand in hand?
Yes, AI is artificial intelligence. So you can't say they work hand in hand. So AI is artificial intelligence. That's pretty much you could say like software programs. Like quantum computing is a computer.
Right.
It's different than AI.
Okay. So
But
any like
they can work hand in hand.
function on the computer, AI,
Yes,
yeah, AI is just a program that you ask things to, or you help to solve problems. But it sounds like quantum computing goes deeper into the whole computer.
yes,
Uh, that's interesting.
for sure.
Yeah. All right.
But
Go ahead.
you
Keep
don't
going.
need to exactly know how these things work to invest in them. So we're gonna give you some companies and some things to look out for in the future with quantum computing. You don't go in when you go.
You go. I mean, I already know the companies that I like.
Yeah,
You go. You can go.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say I only I play the jockey. What that means is that I wait for people to do the work for me. If Nvidia has invested in a quantum computer company, that's the company I want to invest in. So any of the smart people, Larry Fink, Jensen Wong, if they've gone ahead and invested in these quantum computing companies, those are the ones I want, not the speculative plays. Those actually could be good too. But if BlackRock or Nvidia's not putting money into you, I don't want to hear it.
You say not the speculative plays, but you have Bugatti in here.
Rigetti's backed by Nvidia.
It's speculative though.
It is. They're all speculative because none of
No,
them have money yet. Who's not?
Google.
Well, is Google a quantum computing company?
No, but they have
Oh,
initiatives
so,
towards that.
all right.
All right. So the company I'm gonna talk about today is IBM. So I think a lot of people kind of forgot IBM. They're kind of seen as just their days are behind them. They're kind of like a laggard in the technology sector, but they're actually a leader in some of these quantum computing initiatives. And in the past couple of years, they've already built multiple generations of quantum processors. And what they want to do by the end of this year is achieve quantum advantage. So essentially, what that means is create a quantum computer that's able to solve a problem a lot more efficiently than a regular computer at a much lower cost. So I think, with IBM, I think a lot of this has been priced into the stock already. I think it's up around 130% over this past year. And I think if you already hold IBM, I think waiting for any pullbacks would be a great time to add to your positions. But even if you don't, I think any pullbacks is a great time to add a portfolio.
IBM past 5 years up 162%. For the last year, they're up 32%, which isn't too bad. Last 6 months, they're only up 4.5%. PE ratio around 35.59. Last quarter, they almost did double digits revenue year over year. They did 9.11%. And earnings per share beat. So they beat on the top and bottom line. Actually, they beat earnings per share the last 4 quarters. And let's look at revenue, earnings. Yeah, they actually been doing great. I mean, it looks like they got a couple price target raises. Evercore raises IBM price target to 330. Stock is currently sitting at 297. So that's a decent uptick. IBM is one of these old companies, but I think that they'll find their niche with quantum computing and AI. I've been hearing like little blurbs about how they're involved and they're going to be a player with AI. Haven't bought the stock yet, but it looks interesting.
For sure. But you can talk about another company or no?
I just like Rigetti. If you look at all these companies, Getty, Qubits, uh, what's the other one? There's a couple other ones that are good in who is invested in Rigetti, and I put it into Google AI. Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street, Good Capital, Title Investment, T. Rowe Price. I mean, these companies are legendary. So if they're invested in, like we say, a speculative play like Rigetti, they know that company is going to make money over time. Um, and That's the company that you kind of want to get in with. These companies, man, if you're young like you, Maddox, like you buy a couple shares, like when you can, because Rigetti's current price is GTI $23. So just keep buying shares every week, every other week when you and just keep buying, buying, buying. That's a stock. If Vanguard puts his name on it, if BlackRock puts his name on it, better believe that they have done the homework already. So I don't need to do the homework. If BlackRock is in it, When BlackRock bought Bitcoin, that's when you should have bought Bitcoin. Okay. How much assets under management does BlackRock have?
9 trillion, 11 trillion, something like that.
Let's look at that real quick. How many assets under management does BlackRock? $14 trillion as of December 21st in assets under management. Okay, you think these dudes don't know what they're doing? Let me say that again. $14 trillion assets under management. So I think those guys know what they're doing, and Rigetti probably not going. They've already said that quantum computing is not going to be anything of importance or influence until 2030 or 2035. But as you know, things move really quickly, and if you have quantum computing that's solving the problems, time is the issue in terms of coming to scale and doing what you need to do in terms of solving problems, then you could probably say that quantum computing in the next couple of years would be a player. So, and that's what scares people about artificial intelligence, quantum computing, is that these things are going to solve problems so much that they're gonna you know not listen to anybody but themselves. So it's almost like what's the movie with Will Smith?
I robot.
I Robot. The main computer is like, you know, my logic is undeniable. That's you're gonna have these AI quantum computing. So Rigetti for me, that's it. That's all I want. All right. Want me to tell you the names who's invested again? I
All
mean,
right,
it's
we're done with
banana.
that.
Want to hear it, right? All right.
All right, yeah, for sure. I also want to preface, I think institutional, leadership. If institutional investors getting involved with a company, that can be a great indicator. But also make sure you do your own due diligence. Make sure the investment fits your thesis as well. That's very important. And I just want to say one more thing. They say quantum computing is going to be the next big thing. And they also say that, during gold rush, the people who sold the gold didn't get rich. They said that the people who sold the shovels did. So I think in this example, that would be
Wait,
people.
what?
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, that makes
What you
sense. Go
thought I
ahead.
said?
I don't know. You said it quick.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that's
yeah. So in this example, the shovels would be, semiconductor companies, pretty much, the same companies my dad was saying in the earlier videos. People like Broadcom, people like Qualcomm, those are great companies to hold as well.
Yeah, man. AMD got to make their second run. They already made a run. Now I want to see them, make another run. I think the stocks that you have, man, are just golden. You just got to keep buying, and even just buy partial shares. 5-10 bucks makes a difference. So, and I think Google's like gold now. Google is just, so important. But that's interesting. I didn't know that how computers look at things 0 to 1, and quantum computing can be 0 or 1. So interchangeable. I'd like to see somebody like a person that works in that see how like you have a practical solving the problem practically with quantum computing, and what type of problems that companies come across that they need quantum computing for to make their companies run more efficient.
Yeah.
So
So unless you have anything else, that's it for this.
no, that's it, man. Just guys, stick to your trading plan. Do not watch the news. Okay, 3 to 5 years.
Let's
Don't
let's 3 to 5 years.
keep staying in your stocks three to
Yeah.
five years, or even more, because there's no quick money in this game. We know that. I was watching a trading video today. Like these dudes trying to scalp. You know what scalping is? Scalping is trying to like day trading. And the guy was saying like he made some money, but it was like the most stressful thing he's ever been through. So why would you want to do that? Why would you want to like every day wake up and try to scalp day trade where it's like so stressful? You know, why wouldn't you just put money in and like a fire, just keep it burning, keep putting wood in the fire, and the fire will burn as long as you keep putting wood in it. So,
For sure. But that's it, and we see you guys next time.
yo, you can't write. Can you write what we're talking about on the screen?